friends, Nikki here, and in this episode I will show you how I use a brush, and most of the times also big volumes and wall angles like routesetting and wall changes as my friends, how I embrace them to use them for my setting. We had a night session here last Friday and I set 3 boulder problems I'm kind of happy with, and I want to show you how I used volumes or the routesetting in this case. And this episode is especially about depth protruding, what happens if and how I use it to get stuff away from the wall and make it more interesting for climbers and easier for us setters. So enjoy and enjoy. I hope you have a lovely day. Bye! Boulder number 1 behind me. Confused at the big block, verwirrt am großen Block. This is a big block and it's quite steep, so I thought, what would happen if we just take the wave and we create some crawling, some balancing, some trail hiking, Wanderwege on the wall. So I used like the biggest surface I could find, our beta wave, and put it with a good side up. So you can grab underneath, you have a big surface to smear on and to stand on, depending on the grade, and this is like easy to medium. And my secret is usually go onto something, go over something, go around something, makes you feel like really comfortable, makes you feel like you did something, you achieved something, and it creates a wonderful feeling. So in this case, first we rock onto the wave, then we grab the wave, and we're like, how do I get to the left? So we smear, we can grab the underside of the wave, then a little bit of flexibility, and I'm really stiff in my hips, so this is easy for everyone who can walk 1 or 2 stairs at a time, leaning over to the left, and then we climb around something. So just get some big volumes or big holes and create something where you need to get over and around something. Just add a little jib, and as always, it's a little bit better, and in my opinion, just more fulfilling if you have volumes which don't have any T-nuts. So use like the outer edge, the outer lip here in this case, to create something where you can lean onto it, put it onto the wall, add a jib and see whether you can balance on it anyway. Then you just need to create a situation how to get onto it, how to get away from it. And for this boulder I also choose a quite simple ending, because once you did this crazy traverse and it feels like you might fall into a void which is between these 2 volumes underneath you, I wanted to give the climbers just a party feeling, big round open holes to the finish. If you don't have big volumes, I hope your gym has natural features like this beautiful double red here. And this is our boulder of the month. The last time I set a boulder of the month, it was supposed to be like easy medium and it was way too hard. I couldn't do anything about it and anything on it. So this month for September, I picked something a little bit easier. I picked this granite gritstone range because it has like this tapered holes. Usually they're jugs. I just flip them around onto the tapered side. The slab is a little bit leaning inwards, and then again going around the double red. And this one is level 2 to 3 out of 6 in our gym. So I don't know, might be like an orange or blue in Fontainebleau, but as always, like really difficult to compare. But we're going around. You can grab the red on the right side, but you don't have to. You can concentrate only on the smearing. So again, depth just with holes, but not too inclined, a little bit slopey, so you have to push your heel down and apply some technique. And then, because we have big footholds, I felt comfortable introducing something really tiny. A lot of people were matching, but just to go around the red again, you just need to add a little bit. And with this slopey wall panel, it was easy to add just a little lapis jib to make you feel really epic. And you, whether you matched it or whether you crimped it just with one hand, you had to pay a lot of attention and focus just to the crimp. And some people might say crimps don't have anything to do with easy boulders. Might be an argument, but with footholds that big, you can learn how to crimp, and you still need to lean from the right to the left and use the crimp without having any danger or risk of injuring or hurting yourself. And it just works out pretty well. with the scrubber start and the big balls. Again, just using one of the holes behind me to create a little bit of a lip underneath, so you can balance on top of it and go around it. You could have added a jib on top of the volume, but if you have something what's underneath and sticking out, it's a little bit more intimidating. You need to engage a little bit more. So that's pretty cool. And if you have something big like this, go for it. So the core idea was like to get onto this volume, stand up on the left side, and then lean around to the right side. If it was supposed to be any easier, again talking, this is maybe level 3 out of 6. If it was supposed to be any easier, you can add side poles or like really thin jibs only on the volume. With the undercling, the lower side of the volume, it's way easier to move your center of gravity onto the footholds, and to make it a little bit more juice, spectacular, a little bit bizarre, I added this kind of explosive start with the Scrubber fistles. First we had them swapped, so the left hand hold was really bad. It was a little bit too explosive, because for level 3 out of 6, it's kind of intimidating to stand up and push into something, but it's not dangerous, and it's really cool to push into something what's like full grip, handle, balls, sloper, pinches, whatsoever, where you need to engage your whole body and then wrestle around a little bit. So again, use the volume to get away from the wall, put something on the volume which we can use in multiple occasions, multiple situations. And I think if you use big holes, that's always a go-to. Okay, the start hole proves me wrong, because it's just a big ledge, which again comes far out of the wall, protruding, adds more depth, so you can do the start move. But I wasted €200 just as a start footer. Sometimes you gotta do it, it looks good, and it does the job. Otherwise I would have needed to use a plywood volume, €200 again. But usually, if you put something on the wall what's quite expensive, use it as many times as possible. So for example, like this ball, first you smash into it, then you wrestle it, then you cut loose, go to the left with your feet, then you push against it, and then afterwards you even step onto it with both feet. So I think I used it quite well, and that's how I usually use volumes or wall angles to help myself and yourself to make the job easier and climbing experience better. So get some big volumes or big holes and use them to create more depth. I hope this was enjoyable. Otherwise, leave me a dislike or a comment in the section box. Nikki out. Have a lovely day. Did I say this before? Have a lovely day. Keep parkour, stay climb. Nikki out. Bye.